Howdy hoes here, my lovies. Welcome back to Crazy But Not Dangerous. I'm Shorty Vaughn, and I have a quick, easy, delicious holiday yum yum recipe for you. Now I'm helping my little niece Cookie out. She needs something to take to a little work event. They're all bringing a sweet treat, and none of her office workers have a peanut allergy or aversion. In fact, they love peanut butter just about as much as Andrew does. And so I'm also expecting my sister Sherry and her husband down from our high country this afternoon. So I wanted to make a little bit of a yum yum for Julian, aka Cookie, to take with her to work, and then also for my sister Sherry and her husband Danny. Because yeah, they come by, they swing by to see me. I like a little yum yum for all of my stoppers in. So I'm going to be making some reindeer chow. Yep. Rudolph, Donner, Blitzen, all the reindeers apparently love peanuts and love peanut butter. Who knew? So I've got about 2 cups of just Honey Nut Cheerios, whatever cereal you've got in the cupboard, that's fine. Now I did purchase these Muddy Buddies from Chex. So this is like puppy chow. And if you've never had puppy chow before, basically you take a Chex product, the rice Chex, the corn Chex, whatever Chex you like. And then it's a combination of peanut butter and milk chocolate. And you kind of roll your cereal up in there and then add the powdered sugar on top. Now I'm cheating because time is of the essence. I got this as a last minute request. So yeah, we just had to, anyhow, this is what they look like. That's what they look like. They look like a little piece of cereal all covered in chocolate and peanut butter and powdered sugar, and they are completely delicious. They sell this in a big bag. However, because I am late to the game, I had to get 4 of these smaller bags, which actually turned out to be slightly more weight than the big bag and about 50 cents more than the big bag. So I think that all works out just fine. So I got 4 of these bags of the Muddy Buddies, and none of my sisters, Melissa or Julian, none of them had ever heard of the puppy chow before. The first time I had puppy chow was when I was working my audit, and we had Secret Santa, and Secret Santa left me a bag of, I didn't know what it was. The little card said puppy chow on it, and I'm thinking, is that something for my dog? Am I going to say? No. I had a little bite of that, and then from there on in, I was just completely in love. So this is about 10 ounces of the Muddy Buddies. Here we go. Hot diggity. I also got a bag of Reese's Pieces because we are going all out with peanut butter today. How are y'all doing? What's new and exciting? Tell me down below. I could not find a holiday color bag of Reese's Pieces. I don't know if they make such a thing or not, so I just went with it. Just went with the traditional brown, yellow, and orange. That's just fine. But I did find the much coveted M&M mini chocolate, milk chocolates. Yeah, and those are the holiday colors. So that'll be our little festive bit, our little extra festive bit in here. And this really isn't even a recipe. I think whatever you got in the pantry, if you got some stuff in there, just go for it, have at it. Yay, hooray. I've also got a 16-ounce container of dry roasted peanuts. And I am going to add this all in. Now this, like I said, for her, I'm going to put a couple of containers together for stoppers by. They come over with a little holiday something for us. Here's one in return for you, my lovies. So this is going to make quite a bit. I'm not worried about it, not in the slightest. Let's see. I'm going to get this little scoop out and just start combining it. Also thought while we were on here that I would tell you a little post-holiday story about Thanksgiving. So my mother would invite all of my sister's in-laws and their family and what have you to Christmas, to all the holidays. Thanksgiving, Easter. Yeah, if it was something where my mom was going to be cooking, everybody was welcome. And you could bring something or not. She didn't expect you to. So one year, my mother, for Thanksgiving, invited the whole lot, and we had all these people. All these people brought pies. We had pies till the cows came home, let me tell you. We had apple pie and blueberry pie and pumpkin pie and cobblers and what, and my mother just spread them all out, and you could, yeah, just eat them. And the pumpkin pie, she was bringing out a couple at a time, and as they're going away, she's taking the empties back. Well, we ended up, after Thanksgiving, and everybody had left, with about 3 pumpkin pies left over. And my mother took one and wrapped it up in aluminum foil, and she put it in the crisper drawer. That's where she hid things from children. In the crisper drawer underneath, you know, like Brussels sprouts or broccoli or something like that. Something that we would not look for. You know, who wants to look? No. Yeah. Who wants to look and see what's under the broccoli? It's something that I still do now. If I have something and I don't want Andrew or, you know, anybody getting into it before time, if it's something special for a recipe, like the Reese's Pieces, like I knew that my family would be dipping into those Reese's Pieces if I did not hide them. So they have been in my refrigerator under some turnips. Yeah. Anyhow, so she hid this pumpkin pie underneath some Brussels sprouts. After Thanksgiving, we were going to enjoy it. So it's a couple of days later, and my mother's, we're going to have that pumpkin pie tomorrow with dinner. I'm making a meatloaf. We'll have the mashed potatoes. We'll have the Brussels sprouts. And then I'll serve the pumpkin pie. And then, you know, at that point, it would just have been like Linda, Glenda, myself, Melissa, Jackie, and Mark, blah, blah, blah. You know, the more immediate kind of family a few days later for meatloaf. So, my mother wakes up that day and she's getting her meatloaf all prepared, and she goes to look for the Brussels sprouts, and she takes the Brussels sprouts, and there's no pie under there, just an empty plate. That's it, just an empty plate. My mom hit the roof. She absolutely just came unglued. She starts yelling and what have you. Who ate the pie that I hid? This was supposed to be for tonight's dinner. And she's got all of us kids out there, me and Melissa and Mark and Jackie and what have you. And she's giving us the eye, you know, the eye. My mom, the human lie detector. Who ate the pie? I want to know who ate the whole entire pie and left an empty plate in the refrigerator. What in the world is wrong with you people? And nobody needs to be eating the whole pie. And she's going on and on and on and on. And my sister Linda comes from the basement and comes upstairs. And this shocks everybody because nobody knew she was in the house. And she comes, what are you people yelling about? I'm trying to sleep downstairs, and you all, what is going on? What is so tragic up here? And my mom looks at her, where did you come from? Well, you know, I was downstairs taking a little siesta because I was up late. I went to a little party in the desert last night, and then, you know, I just came on in because we never locked our doors. We lived in the country. We never locked our doors. We went on vacation one time, and there was a big storm, and it blew in our 2 front doors, and we were gone for weeks. And when we came home, everything's still in the house. The door's open. There's some leaves and some tumbleweeds that had blown in, but everything was still. Anyhow, Linda had been to a desert party and had, you know, a little bit too much refreshment or what have you, came back with a serious case of the munchies and basically parked it in front of the refrigerator. She found Mom's secret hiding spot because she knew there was still a pie left over, and she just went to town on that pie in the middle of the night. Now, she didn't feel like doing any dishes, so she just put the pie back underneath the Brussels sprouts, closed the crisper drawer, and then went downstairs to go sleep under the pool table. That sleeping under the pool table was like a thing in my family. You know, it was like a big tent kind of a situation, and we all loved to sleep down there in the rec room. So yeah, she went to sleep. And my mom had no idea that she was downstairs, and she thought that me and Melissa and Mark and Jackie and what have you had been taking turns on the last of the pie. Linda comes upstairs, and then my mom puts 2 and 2 together that Linda came home with a big old bunch of the munchies and ate the pie. And my sister Linda was skinny. I mean, she was so thin. You couldn't imagine that she could eat the amount of food that she could put away. It was actually fairly amazing. So what have we got in here? We've got Buddies, Muddy Buddies. We've got M&M's, Reese's Pieces, some Honey Nut Cheerios. Oh yeah, get that all stirred up. That looks good enough to eat just like it is. But you know, I'm gonna add some pretzels to it. So I got these little Snyder's of Hanover mini pretzels, and you know, I don't think there are any measurements to this. Whatever you got, whatever you can find. I think marshmallows would be fantastic. Okay, what if you were allergic to peanuts? What would I do? No peanuts, but I would probably add marshmallows. I would probably add Rolos. I would probably add the M&Ms, you know, whatever. Yeah. So this is going to need a little bit more of a salty element in my opinion because it's got plenty of sweet. We're looking for that balance. So yeah, Linda, the great pumpkin pie eater. And yeah, we almost got in trouble for her overindulgence. That was fine. That was fine. The last thing that I want to put in to this reindeer chow. Can you name all the reindeers? I don't know if I can. Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can name all. Can you name all the? If you can name all the reindeers, put them on down there. We would always leave carrots out for the reindeer. My dad always thought that Santa Claus, yeah, you can leave him some cookies and milk, but my dad thought he would prefer a beer. That's what my dad thought. We didn't drink. My parents never drank, but my dad said if he had to deliver toys all night long, he would need a beer. He had to, as it was, he had to put toys together all night long. Swing sets and bicycles and all doll houses and all the things. Him and my mom, they'd be up all night long doing stuff like that. So I got some, what are these called? These are Reese's miniatures, but I bought the wrong thing because I should have bought the extra small ones that are unwrapped. As it was, so I had to unwrap all of these. And I did that ahead of time because you don't want to see me unwrap things. It's not that great. These are a little bit big, but you know what? I don't think that there's going to be any complaints about it. Not one bit. Not one bit. And then just, ooh, I keep losing some. I washed my work surface thoroughly before we started, so, you know, I don't feel bad about putting them back in there. But I think that is going to be fun and festive, and you can buy really good scoops over at the Dollar Tree. That's where I like to buy my scoops, over in the party supply section. They've got all kinds of good colors. This one's kind of meh, but you know, it does the job. There we go. A little bit of reindeer chow. Yes, please, and thank you. All right, I'm going to go grab a jar and get some of this all bottled up and see if I can find a bow. Well, I found a mason jar, and I've chosen a wide mouth mason jar just for ease of getting, you know, all the yum yums out as quickly as possible. Yay, hooray. I'm going to go ahead and just fill that up. If I was using a small mouth mason jar, I would get out the the funnel because I wouldn't want to miss. But this is going in just fine. There we go. Put the lid on that baby. Shake it down just a little bit. And I found a little bit of raffia in my craft drawer. And, you know, I think raffia is informal and fun. And we're just going to put a real simple little bow on this. I need to get up in the attic and find my, oh, hello, drop some. To find my Christmas ribbons, but that wasn't in the plan for today. There we go. Just an informal little bow, just something that says, hey, I'm thinking about you. Here you go, a little bit of Christmas cheer. Pass it on along. Okay, I think that's precious. Yay, hooray. That's a fun little snack. And I think that's great. Like I said, if I was going to make this and for peanut people that might have a peanut allergy, you know, regular M&Ms, Rolos instead of Reese's Pieces, M&Ms, maybe I would just do some regular corn and rice checks in there with a little powdered sugar. I think that could be fun and festive. I think that that's a great option. A little fun something to pass along that says, hey, I'm thinking about you. I love you. Happy holidays. Hey, I hope that your holiday season is off to a great start. Don't hide pumpkin pies underneath your turnips or your Brussels sprouts because somebody will eat it. Anyhow, thank you, my lovies, for tuning in today. Thanks for spending this time with me. Sending you all out great big smoocheroonies and huge squeezies. Be good, be careful, look both ways. I'll see you next time. Julian's going to love this. This is going to be great for her party. Yay, hooray.